I was traveling with my parents, and I think we were going to our service in Dubai. And so there was no flights here in Hyderabad, so we went to Mumbai, and we're going to fly to Mumbai. And I don't know, it was some kind of peak season, so we didn't get we all didn't get seats on the same flight. So my parents were on one flight, I was on another flight. As soon as we landed, we're going to have the service, and I was probably going to miss out on the service. So we get to Mumbai, and we're just going to check in, and my dad's like, "You're not going with us?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, we're going there for service. If you're coming late and you're missing out, what's the point of you even coming?" So I said, "Okay, that's right." And so he said, "You're getting on that flight." I said, "Okay," but I just opened up the app as most non-believers would, and showed him there's no seats on this flight. He didn't care. He said, "You're getting on this flight." I said, "Okay." And so we went up to the place to check in and everything, and they checked in, and by this time, I had to get with the program. I can tell, there's no way I'm going to argue with that. So he said, "I'm getting on this flight," so I might as well believe that and come into agreement with that, come into alignment with that. Speaking things into existence. Amen? So they checked in, and then I give my passport, and the guy says, "Oh, sir, your flight's not for the next 8 hours, so you can't check in so early." I said, I know, I want to get on this flight. And so he turned the screen around, and he said, "Can you see?" I said, "Yeah, I see." He said, "There's no seats." I could have said, "I told you so" to my dad, but I did not, because I came into agreement with him. So I looked at him and say, "Oh, that's fine, I'll get on this flight." Okay? And so we had about 30 minutes before they're going to close the check-in, and then nothing's got, and then I'm literally going to be there, and they're going to leave. Anyway, 30 minutes left, and the guy said, "Listen, if everyone comes, there's absolutely no way. In fact, we overbooked this flight. So even if some people miss coming in, there's already people ahead of you that'll go in." I said, "Okay, I'm getting on this flight." The guy thought I was crazy. Anyway, there was a couple of places to sit over there. We went back, sit, and 15 minutes later, he says, "Check the app again." I checked the app again. Zero. There's no seats. I went to the counter again, and I asked the guy, "Is there anything there?" He said, "How many times do you want me to tell you?" He's like, "Look at the screen. There's everybody. Like, it's full." I said, "Okay, great." We're sitting there. So, he was not, I'm talking about Dad, right? He was not speaking in tongues. He was not panicking. He just said, "You're getting on the flight," and I agree with that. And I said, "Okay, great." There's about 3 minutes left, and I went back onto the app, and I opened the app, and still nothing left. And the guy's like, "Last call. We're about to close the counter." So I went on the app again, and one seat opened up. So immediately I bought it on the app, and I went there, and I said, "Okay, here's my ticket." He put it in there, and he said, "Yeah, you're on this flight." I said, "What did I tell you?" As if it was my faith, I looked at the guy and said, "I told you I'm getting on this flight." That seat did not exist till about 2 minutes till the thing was about to close. I was preaching your words have power up until that day, like I knew what it meant. But I saw that thing manifest in front of my eyes. It may not be something big, but where there is no way, you can create a way with the power that God has placed within you. Now here's what it takes. It's not just saying it, you say it by believing it first.